Man, I'll tell you what, one thing I wasn't expecting was to see Abdullah Mason get dropped not once but twice. Was not expecting that, but it did happen. Let's talk about it. This is Donnie P, and you're watching The Left Hook. Let's go. Okay, so Abdullah Mason, you guys know him. He's one of the best up and coming fighters. I mean, even without you don't even have to throw the up and coming in there, in my opinion. I think he's one of the best fighters in boxing right now. I probably would have had him in my top. I don't know. I can't really say what I would have him in, but I think in the weight class, I would have had him probably in the top 7. That might have been a little overzealous after watching this last weekend, but regardless, Abdullah Mason did get dropped twice in the second round, and it was shocking. It was definitely shocking, but man, it was exciting. He put on a performance still and ended up stopping his guy in that same round. Usually when you get dropped twice, it's not a good thing. But for Abdullah Mason being only 20, fighting grown men, I think it's a great thing for his experience. It's a great thing for him moving forward. And when you're young and you're fighting, guys, grown men that have all the experience, that can happen. He's not fighting guys that are his age. He's not fighting guys that are younger than him. He's fighting guys that are, grown men, 30-year-old men, 35-year-old men. So he was fighting who did he fight? Yeah, Johan Vasquez. And that guy can hit. That guy's known for punching. And Abdullah is a very aggressive fighter. He throws hard punches, and he's trying to put you to sleep with every punch when he gets in there hooking. And when you're in there hooking, though, that's when you get knocked down. So most people, my favorite fighter, well, it's Roy Jones and Felix Trinidad. I got those two. Those are my two favorite fighters of all time. And Roy was just the greatest athlete that's ever been in boxing, so he never really got touched. It was hard to really even put a hand on him. But Felix Trinidad was, someone whose legs weren't the quickest. He didn't have the best footwork ever. That'd probably be an understatement. He didn't have bad footwork, but he was just an inside fighter who was always on the ball of his feet. Not on the ball of his feet, but he always had a heel down planted so he could throw a power shot. So he wasn't moving around fast. He was always bad intentions with his punches, and rightfully so, because his punch was just different. I've seen a lot of guys punch. I haven't seen anybody punch like Felix Trinidad. Anybody. Just haven't. His punching power was just on another level. It was on such a, it's like you see guys getting hit flush all the time. Felix Trinidad is one of those guys, like when he hits you flush with a good shot, it almost always wobbled you. It wasn't like anyone walked through his punches. When he landed when you watch the Felix Trinidad fight, you know that when he lands, it's about to change. As soon as he lands, it's about to change. And Abdullah Mason, I'm not saying he's got Trinidad power by any means. Who knows though? He's got power. He's got great power. Needs more proving out before you can even come close to saying he's got Trinidad power. And I'm pretty confident to say he'll never have Trinidad power, but he does have really good power. Really good power, great power, and he can put anybody to sleep when he hits you. And when you fight to put people to sleep, that's when you're the most vulnerable. And so in that fight, not only is he a younger man, and he's he's only 20 years old compared to the guy he was fighting, who I believe was in his 30s. He's younger, but he's also obviously less experienced, and he was in there with a power puncher, in there with a guy who likes to punch. And when he was, you could, with both of those knockdowns too, I was so focused on the work Abdullah was doing that I barely saw the punches. But like, when you're in there doing work and you're throwing, you're looking at the guy's chin, and all of a sudden your chin gets turned, So that's what happened both times. And I was like, man, Abdullah's doing work. Oh, he's doing work. Oh, he's about to, Abdullah's down. That's what happened on both of those. Now, the thing I really liked about those knockdowns on Abdullah, hold on 1 second. Okay, so again, what I liked about the knockdowns is that, one, he wasn't hurt when he got knocked down. He was surprised when he got knocked down. He was like, what am I doing down here? He was, you could tell, like, mentally, he was still thinking of like, okay, no, this ain't gonna go down like this. He wasn't like, he didn't have like a faraway look in his eye whatsoever. You could tell he just took the punches, and the thing is, he caught himself too. He caught himself both times he fell down. He put his hand behind himself, caught himself. He didn't fall onto his butt. So he showed me he can take a punch. He can take a punch, because when you're in there fighting and you're in there throwing, like I said, like when you're in there like Trinidad got used to get knocked down a lot. Every time he knocked someone down, he finished them though. He finished them off. Same thing, except his last fight, he lost to Bernard Hopkins. The fight he lost to Bernard Hopkins, Bernard did, put him down, and that was the end of it. But I mean, he got up, but it was like the 12th round. All the time ran out, and different. But during his career, and also Bernard was like a much bigger man than Trinidad. But during Trinidad's whole career, all he did was put people down. But in the process of putting people down and putting people away, he would get knocked down all the time. Same with Abdullah Mason. In this last fight, he was in go mode. He was in knockout mode. When you're in knockout mode, that's when you can get knocked out. That's when you can get hit. I loved the way he took the punches. Okay, I loved how he caught himself as he fell down. That just lets me know, like, he was not even for a split second was he out of it. Because he's catching himself. He's not even falling all the way back. He doesn't have to take a second. He just won't even. He's not even trying to even let himself go down. And then what do? He got back up both times and put the other guy down. That's what he did both times. So I was very impressed with Abdullah Mason. I'm happy that he was able to get through those knockdowns with literally no residual, in my opinion. I'm glad he was able to stop the guy in the same round, because it ended up looking like not a fight that was tough for him, more of just like a fight where he made a few mistakes with a guy who was dangerous. And that's fine. You make a mistake, that's fine. But if you're gonna get the difference is if it would have been like a back and forth type of situation where he's winning and then he's losing, he's winning, he's losing, he's getting beat up, that didn't happen. He got dropped twice, but it was a learning experience, a complete learning experience, which he completely still got up. And really, it's hard to say someone dominated in a fight where there was 2 knockdowns for each guy, but he did dominate. He dominated that. He got caught, but like that's it. He got caught. He got caught by a hard puncher, but he still dominated, and the guy had no chance against him. And it was just a great showcase, but also learning experience for Abdullah. I think this brings him nothing but up. I think like his stock went up, and I think that this will help propel him to the next level of being a great fighter. He's not all the way ready yet. Like I did think he was ready, like to just go and win now. I really did. I thought he was ready to possibly be the best fighter in the division tomorrow. He needs a little bit more. He needs another couple. He just needs a little bit more experience. You know, get in there with a little bit tougher fighters. But probably like a year or two or three. You know, probably within the next 3 years, um, he could arguably be the best fighter at 135 in the next 3 years. Now that's going to be a big argue because 135 is got 135 has 3 guys right now, maybe 4, that could argue and say, I'm the best at 135, right? There's 3 or 4 guys. Right now, the 3 that I would say are Tank Davis, Keyshawn Davis, and Shakur Stevenson. Gosh. My recall is horrible right now. It's just bad. But Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis, and Gervonta Tank Davis. Those 3, I feel like all 3 of them can say I'm the best at 135 right now, and they might be, you know. But there may be even a couple of other guys in there that also could say that. We'll have to see. We'll just have to see and keep going. But right now, I love Abdullah Mason's trajectory. 20 years old. He's by far the best 20-year-old in boxing, in my opinion. And he's going nowhere but up. So good for him. It was a great day for him. And I can't wait to see more. This is the Left Hook. Tell me what you guys think. Again, you know, if you think I'm off, let me know. If you agree, let me know. But regardless, I appreciate whoever's watching. I appreciate it. My name is Donnie P. This is the Left Hook.